Hi, everybody. You are watching YuvAadyantara Spotlight series, and this is episode 9. We are back with another two very amazing artists, and this time both of them are performing artists. So, without further ado, let's begin.
Hello, I'm Mansi Kaushik, and I am currently in Swami Shraddhanan College, University of Delhi, and I'm currently pursuing BA Honors English. I am a Odissi dancer, and it's been 5+ years now since I started dancing, almost 15. I'll complete 15 years in April, and uh, um, it's dance is my passion since I was little. So my mother put me in the position. My mother put me in the classes so that I can dance, and there onwards it kind of became a part of my lifestyle. So I have learned Odissi from my hometown Vrindavan, and from an academy named Vedunath Kala Kendra, led by Srimati Kunjalata Mishra and Guru Pratap Narayan. Yeah.
Okay, so literature and Odissi. Beautiful
Yes.
combination. And 15 years is a very long duration of hard work. Srija, please come.
Thank you, Ekta, for giving me this opportunity to be here today. My name is Srija Chawla, and I'm 24 years old. I'm pursuing PGDM in Big Data Analytics from Goa Institute of Management. I'm a tech professional by nature, and my passion is to play piano. I hold certificates from and it's been almost 12 plus years now. I have also started my Instagram channel called Notes Unheard, where we combine and try to make unique music, which is unheard of Bollywood, Hollywood, and independent artists. And I also have taught music in my undergrad, so that's a combo. Yeah, thank you.
Wow. You've also taught music in your undergrad. So, how was that experience?
When I was myself a kid, I got inspired first time from my sir, who is a great artist at AVRSM School of Music. And when he was playing the famous Beethoven music, which is actually a funeral music called Furelise, it's very famous. You might have heard it. I got really inspired to take it off. The way that he was playing and the way that music was connecting with me through him was very impactful for me. That was like a starting point of my interest, which my mother saw, and she told me to pursue piano as a hobby. So every weekend I used to go in and spend my entire morning till afternoon with sir learning and managing studies. I held around 5 years of certifications till grade 5, which is pretty tough, and it's still only grade 7. So going further to different grades is really tough. And when I pursued that, I realized that there is a dearth of piano teachers, especially in India. So is the dearth of the people who students who want to learn piano. So when I joined, as a side hustle that I could do, first to earn money, and secondly to let this skill pass on to the students who actually want to learn music but are not able to find good teachers. So this was my entire motto, and I built this entire system of getting clients from abroad myself. And I got around like 5 to 10 good students. They were Indians who were NRIs, and or they were students who had gone abroad and they wanted to learn music from someone young plus someone who was from India. So they could get Bollywood music from me, they could get some chords from me. This feature they could not get outside, right? Because they didn't know any famous Hindi song. I knew, and I could translate it to piano and make them learn it. And I think I became the bridge for that. I could, pass on my skills and my culture values through music to everyone in the world. So I taught Indians as well as students living abroad.
Talking to you, Mansi, now. So, I wish to know, was there any person in family or friends or outside who first influenced you? and you took up Odissi?
Um, about being influenced, I will say, so all the girls in my family were learning Odissi. So from the same classes, the same guru. And of course, my mother wanted me to learn as well. So there was my cousin, this one cousin named Vishnu Priya, and she used to dance beautifully. And by looking at her, I mean, I felt really inspired. So I felt like doing it too, and that made me kind of go into the field and explore more about it. So right now, from our family, currently only me and Vishnu Priya are pursuing this Odissi dance.
Beautiful. It's good to know you have somebody who influenced you within your family, and as you said, you can consult her. Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, so we see both the art forms are your passions, right? And everybody has this in mind. It's not majorly focused on money, but on something that gives you relief and makes you enjoy. How important is your art form for you? I begin with Mansi.
Of course, see, my art form is its roots are spiritual, and it's kind of a way of devotion for me. And of course, I am from a place where people worship Lord Krishna, and my dance form also includes a lot of his sayings or prayings, I'll say. So, learning about him, even through dance, I learned about much more things that are not taught to us usually about our religion, I'll say, or our culture. I have learned a lot through dance. Uh, especially if I'll mention about the styles. So I just recently learned that even after so many years of dancing, I just recently learned that there are various dance styles in Odissi as well. Same as Kathak. See, we see that in Kathak there are gharanas, and in Odissi there are dance forms named by the styles of the gurus who reestablished the Odissi dance. So yeah, learning about it.
Coming to you, Srija. Suppose in your life there was no piano, and तो तब जिंदगी कैसी होती?
Okay, a tough one to handle because I can't imagine my life without piano or music. So there are like two, three reasons behind it. Firstly, I would say that if you know about the term called Mozart effect, so if you don't know about it, it's very interesting. So basically, Mozart is a very famous pianist who belonged to one of the oldest eras of piano, and he his music connected so much with people that there was an effect termed after him called Mozart effect. So when I first heard piano or started learning piano, I started very early in my life, right? As did Mansi. So I could connect to people very connect to people very early, and I could judge someone's vibe very nicely. Another thing that happened due to the Mozart effect was the intelligence part. So the frontal cortex of our brain develops in the early years. It directly impacts your intelligence. And what happens is that you are able to have hone your cognitive ability, and you are able to perform better in your studies. Same happened with me as well. Along the path of like 2 to 5 years down the line of learning piano, I started performing academically better. My critical thinking skills got better, and I could feel the calmness when I used to play piano, which is like a long term thing that will happen because your frontal cortex is being developed in that time. Basically, music goes into your subconscious, right? It goes into your subconscious, and then you are able to articulate yourself much better. So this is what happened with me, and that's why I like to quote Mozart effect whenever somebody asks me what is that one thing that will be missing in your life. I would not have been shaped in such a personality if piano was not there. And I hope that it remains in my life. Yeah.
Such an amazing answer. Thank you for the insightful information by you as well. And the Mozart effect, the connection music has helped you improve academically. That is beautiful to hear. And we have a perfect combination of music and dance today. This is amazing. So now I talk to Mansi now. So Mansi, you are a college student and you have been to many dance competitions. Srija has given classes to students. You have been to dance competitions. Uh, how has it helped you improve academically? Or how has it helped you grow your confidence?
This is a tough question, I'll say. So, academically, I will say, see, dance creates uh, routine in your life. It creates a kind of balance, and I think most of the artists will relate to it. Our arts create a kind of balance in our life, a discipline that we'll have to follow. So, academically, I'll say, so what people think is the general idea about dances. So we just go out there and perform on stage, but that's definitely not the case. Behind it, it's around, I think, 6 hour exam. uh, Exams are waiting for us, and we have to write for around 6 hours continuously in that. Yes, and they are pretty much difficult. So there are many exams in dance as well, same as uh, academics. So there is this praveshika. When we take the pravesh into the field, then it is prarambhik, you know. We are doing something, praveshika pratham, praveshika purna, then comes madhyam pratham, madhyam purna, and then after that it comes visharad is like a graduation diploma, so that we take. And after visharad it comes alankar. So alankar is an exam that most dancers hesitate to give because it's very difficult. And so rather than giving alankar, they do masters in performing arts. So yeah, alankar is a very difficult kind of exam. So I'll say, after balancing out both academically as well as in dance, so it kind of helps us with the routine, the discipline. So naturally it helps us with the academics.
Amazing answer. I really enjoyed it. You explained dance in terms of thoda sa academics, and I could really understand now. All the people who are non-dancers, and especially we are not from classical background, so classical dance background. So it was really helpful and very enjoyable to listen to some classical terms. Really nice. Okay, Shrija, coming back to you. There are two terms, piano and keyboard. We can play both of them. So please explain what's the difference between both of them.
So there are two perspectives to it. Firstly, if you want to learn a piano, which is a Western instrument, Western musical instrument, you usually go for a full-fledged piano, which you see in church or in some restaurants and high-level, places. So those are like full 88 keys, containing white and black keys. It's a full-fledged instrument, which is usually made out of wood and wires. This is the first difference. Keyboard, whereas, is an electrical instrument which is usually made out of a digital wiring setup, not from wood and wires. That's why there's a stark difference between the sound that comes out of a keyboard and the sound that comes out of piano. Now, the second difference lies in the attachments. So, say for example, you are playing a piece of the Romantic era. So there are different eras in piano, like Baroque, Romantic, Classical, Modern, etc. If you're playing a piece in Romantic era, you cannot play that on a keyboard as nicely as on a piano, because piano has an attached equipment called a pedal, which basically enhances your music. It has elongated notes, and that's the reason most pianists do not, once they play on the piano, they do not go back to a keyboard. That brings me to the third point, which is when you're starting out, you generally have, if you're a child like I was, you generally have very little hands. Your hands are developing, and your body space is not as much as a piano can hold. So that's the reason you start slowly on a low level keyboard, which is usually like a Casio keyboard, and then you proceed to playing on a full-fledged piano, which is 88 keys. Usually, you can see it has the wings attached to it. It's which has wood. So this is the major difference. So to anyone who's starting out, I would recommend playing on a keyboard first, so that you get to know how is the mechanism or the system of a piano, and then you can populate it on a piano. Yeah.
Very, very insightful. And we really enjoyed the answer, getting to know the difference between the two. Also, Shrija, you mentioned there are different eras in piano. So, can you tell us about each era?
Yeah.
Start with the first era, which is the Baroque era. So before it, there were some experiments with wood and strings to make piano-like instrument, but there was no particular era that was starting. It was all instrumental. Then came the Baroque era. Baroque era is 1600s, 1700s, where piano was first invented. It was around 1700, and it was by Bartolomeo Cristofori. And then comes the classical era. The music got a lot of control. That's why it was tough. So a lot of different experiments now turned into or evolved into really good music, which was melody, structure, a lot of balance, and famous composers started coming out like Beethoven, Mozart, Haydn, etc. So Romantic era, this is a very soft and a very peaceful era. Kind of beautiful romantic music came into being around 1800, 1900s, and this was where a lot of range of music started coming in, a lot of connection with emotion and expressions. You can say famous Chopin, Schumann, Schubert, Liszt. All these were some famous passionate composers. And next was the modern era, which is the 20th century, and here a lot of new designs came in. For example, experimental techniques, impressionism, new classicism, a lot of jazz, blues, and you could see how piano evolved in this era. So it is quite diverse, I would say, and I think around the pitch, volume, durability, and the percussion, all these changed a lot. In terms of musical instrument also, there was a lot of development, but in a good sense. So from wood to metal to now to more intense sounds but lighter instruments. Electronic pianos came into being, so it has evolved a lot. So I would piano is incomplete without its eras. They are basically the petals to the flower of piano, and I think music is a lot of enrichment in terms of the eras of music.
Thank you, Shrija, for enlightening us with your knowledge about piano. I'm sure people are loving it. Now we come to Mansi. Mansi, आपसे जानना चाहेंगे, can you teach us a few mudras of Odissi dance?
Okay, so there are many mudras in Odissi dance. First, जो हम लोग सीखते हैं as a kid, so वो होता है हमारा double hand gestures. So it is Anjali, which we do I think every time. Namaste. So it's Anjali, Kapota, and then we have this Karkata. Then we have this Swastika, and then we have this Pushpaputa. So Pushpaputa is basically used to carry flowers. Then we have single hand gestures. So this is Pataka. So Pataka is used in many ways. Daily life में भी बहुत चीजों के लिए हम इस मुद्रा का यूज करते हैं. Then comes Sri Pataka. Then comes Ardha Pataka. And we even use mudras to depict animals. So yes, This mudra is used to depict Garud, and this mudra is used to depict the snakes. And sometimes we use one hand to depict the head and one hand to depict the tail. So yeah, that makes the complete snake. Then we use these to depict cows. We use these to depict horses. We use these to depict the swans or birds. So मुद्रास के बहुत सारे यूज है जो हम डेली लाइफ में भी यूज करते हैं.
Thank you so much for explaining these mudras. So next time, when any of us watches Odissi dance, we'll be able to understand better. Okay, so now my next question to both of you will be, and who is that one person, one artist you wish to collaborate with?
Thank you, Ekta, for the wonderful question. So, yes, I really look up to my mother. Although she doesn't know how to play piano, but it's because of her that I have learned playing piano. And she has been like the backbone of every skill I have ever learned. The kind of discipline that she pursues, the kind of work-life balance she has, it really inspires me to, look up to her in every aspect of life. And when it comes to learning such a hard, like it's the second hardest instrument on the world in the world. So when it comes to learning this, I have really looked up to her. Whenever I could not get a piece right, or whenever I could not practice as much, or I had difficulty managing new pieces as I was proceeding in my exams to the grade five, my mother always kept me pushing to that one level up that actually made me reach somewhere good in life. So I think in every aspect I really look up to her. To a concert too, and I have done a lot of pieces on piano. It's one of the very first pieces I play on the piano when I sit down after a long time away from home or away from playing piano. So if any time anybody tells me to sing something or play something, it's one of the first artists I get reminded of.
Beautiful. Mansi, your chance.
I can definitely relate with Shrija on this one. That yes, if I look up to my mother, everything is possible. So she's the only person who continuously nags me to do things and even inspires me in the term of life. Uh, I can't really look up to another person when it comes to her. So she's my inspiration. I want to become like her. But in terms of dance, the one person which I look up to is my guru, Guru Kunjalata Mishra. I really adore her. I adore how she dances, and I adore her view of life. So she's the one who taught me things that no one else taught. Uh, if I talk about collaboration, I'll just collaborate with my guru. That will be the best, or my cousin, I'll say. Um, so yeah.
Okay, so to both of the artists, now I wish to know, this is the era of AI and artists both. So how do you fear AI and how much?
Okay, very interesting question, first of all. At least for piano, I can take away, our jobs or take away this hobby from us because it's something very innate to a person. AI can learn the algorithms and create music, but it cannot match the experience of, 12, 15 years of hardcore practice and ingrained, we have ingrained music in our blood now. So these kind of things AI cannot take over. What AI can do is maybe become a companion. Say, for example, there's an app called Chords, which converts any YouTube video to chords of piano, of guitar, of any other instrument that you want to. So you can use it as an assistant, and you can be the manager. So I use it when I'm not getting a time to convert music into chords, or I'm finding it difficult. I want some help. So I'll go there, put the piece, and I'll get some chords make sense out of it. Then I'll add my touch to it. And also, I would like to say the performing arts aspect, as you mentioned, the performing arts is something which cannot be replicated by even any other human. Say, you can leave AI across the road because it cannot be replicated by any other human as well. What I play as a pianist and what another player plays, it's completely going to be different. And that is the beauty of it because it's like a puzzle piece coming together. When you're formulating music, you're formulating the notes in theory, you write it down, then you formulate the chords. Slowly and slowly, you formulate the entire ledger. That's how we write music. And then you have a piece connect. So when you're performing any art form, like Mansi is performing dance and I'm performing as a musician, the connect you have with the person through music, it only grows deeper with time and it really touches your heart. Like whenever my teacher plays a song of any era that I like and it's very tough, I can connect to him in a different spot altogether, from a different perspective altogether. I look up to him and I would say that, wow, this is something really, connected me into, transported me into an entire different world. It's like, reading a book. It transports you to an entire different world and brings the calm to you. So I think from that perspective, no, AI cannot take over artists at all.
My answer is same as Srija's because AI, I'd like to answer this in Hindi. AI कभी भी इतने सालों की प्रैक्टिस और किसी भी चीज को कभी मैच नहीं कर सकती है एंड उसका रीजन ये है कि एआई आजकल हम लोग बहुत देखते हैं कि इंस्टाग्राम पे एआई मॉडल्स आते हैं एंड कई बार वी सी मतलब हम लोग एआई इन्फ्लुएंसर्स भी देखते हैं इंस्टाग्राम पे बट आई रियली थिंक कि वो डांस तो नहीं कर सकते आई मीन हाउ वुड एन एआई परफॉर्म ऑन द स्टेज it's really not possible.
Do you see being a pianist as a career, or would you like to keep it as your hobby?
So I have thought about it a lot of times. Initially, I wanted to become a pianist, which I am now. And I think it's not about choosing it as a career path for me, at least, because earning money through, your skills, professional skills is one thing, and pursuing your hobby as your passion is another thing. Yes, you can have a kind of a kind of an overlap between the both, like I had in my UG. I used to teach and make money out of it, but I used to feel very passionate about, dispersing my education to others. That is one thing. But the other is these two things can go side by side as well. That is what at least I try to do. But yes, in the short term, I see this as a passion. In the long term, maybe if my Insta channel, hits a million subscribers someday, or if I collab with my favorite Ed Sheeran, or if I try to teach more people in the future, I might pursue it as a full-time, career someday.
Question for me, and I would answer it with accuracy in terms of today. Classical dances mostly what we face is, so hum jab bhi, when we go to performances and stuff, so people like cutting our pace. ठीक है. So they are like कि it's your passion and आप भगवान के लिए करते हैं, so let it be that way. And but they are forgetting it कि आज की time में money is very important. It's a very important element. And just because of this reason बहुत सारे आर्ट फॉर्म्स और बहुत सारे ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो खत्म होने जा रही हैं. So मतलब बहुत लोग चाहते हैं कि हम लोग जाके फ्री में परफॉर्म करें, बट that is really difficult. मतलब how will we survive in that condition? And what I want to do is, as I am a literature student, I want to connect dance with literature. So literature में भी बहुत सारे aspects हैं, we see as well. हमें English literature में Indian literature भी पढ़ाया जाता है, and I want to connect it. And I want to connect the classical terms with the classical literature as well. So that's what I'm going to do. And मैंने English honors मैं इसलिए pursue कर रही हूँ, currently pursuing it because I want to be a lecturer. I want to be a professor. Along with that, I will do my dance.
We are coming towards the end of our conversation. I'd like to know, how do you want the world to remember you as? As an artist, as a noble human, or as what?
So thank you, Ikta. It was indeed an intriguing question. And I think, um, first of all, the end goal of my entire life is to be a good person in life. Success also means the same to me, to be kind to others, be empathetic, and be a good person overall. And in terms of an artist, I would like to be remembered as someone who tried doing something unique, who tried giving their education to others, and trying to maybe inspire someday budding artists, as you mentioned. Other than that, I would like to be remembered as something that a title was given to me at my farewell in school, which was Miss Congeniality. So I think that fits well with me. I would like to be remembered as someone who was very congenial in nature and an ardent person who always was enthusiastic about music. Yeah. Thank you.
uh, in the start, when I used to dance, बिल्कुल शुरुआत में, I wanted to be a singer. Okay, I wanted to be a singer, but tables turned, and look who I am now. I am a dancer, and I remember since class 6, people started calling me dancer, Mansi the dancer, or actually, there's this one thing that annoys me a lot. So when the people address you with the incorrect art form. So I'm not a Kathak dancer. I'm a Odissi dancer. So people having less knowledge about dances, so they address you with the wrong art form. Please address the artist with their actual art form. Even if you don't know, you can ask them. So yeah, people used to call me dancer when I was 6, and it is my identity now. And I want myself to be addressed that way, to be remembered that way. Brings me joy, peace, everything which I can ask for. So.
To Mansi and Srija, I would say thank you so much for coming and enlightening us with your deep knowledge about your art forms. We really loved it. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank Thank you, Ekta. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Lovely
much, and
talking
it
to
was
you.
great interacting with you.
Bye.
Bye,
Have a nice day.
Srija. Thank you.
Bye.
Talk to you again.
You
Bye.